have to do with a
They said it was about y'all got to get fucking drone strike. Y'all said this shit.
Wasn't meant to be.
Imagine if.
Shit wouldn't happen because, ISIS just killed somebody. They killed a Mexican dude. Y'all seen that?
I saw a woman gave birth in a prison cell by herself. Had a man that was watching her come in. She was in labor for 5 hours. Gave birth by herself. They gave her basically a doggy pad to give birth on. All alone in the prison cell.
Prison?
This was in prison.
Where?
I don't know if it was a holding
Texas,
cell or what.
It might have been in Texas.
She's suing.
What happened?
They said that they're going to put new policies in place so this doesn't happen again. What policy has to be in place for you to see a woman is pushing a baby out and you don't think call 911? They gave her a doggy pad and she's suing them.
I mean, yeah.
And then there's that kid that just...
I bet there was a lawyer like, oh man, hey, how you doing? We can sue them for that.
1,000%. Gross negligence, amongst other things.
That's disgusting.
Invasion of privacy. And then this guy walks in and just scoops the baby that she just popped out. And he's looking at her. And then they wait 2 hours and then they take her to the emergency room. That kid just passed away. I think, did he pass away?
Yeah, he died. You talking about Nolan Wells?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me what two stories out? Because I saw one where a family saw a black kid who was left, or was that him before he drowned? I'm so confused.
There's a lot going on. We're recording on what day is this? 11th. So there's still a lot coming out. So by the time this comes out, this is where we're at on the 11th of July.
Hopefully it's solved.
So I don't know if this can't really be solved.
This is in Georgia, right?
No, this was in the Carolinas, I think.
Yeah, maybe something like that. They went to a Cape or some shit.
One of the islands.
I've seen a lot of white parents that have biracial children speaking out, saying, "No, they're."
I saw a white family who had an adopted black son or something like that, and they were talking about it. So.
No, I saw a white dad.
Why are they talking about it?
I saw. So I think what you saw is different than what I saw.
Which one are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure. I think it was on it's on Twitter. I think it was a white family saying, "Yeah, our black son doesn't hang out with somebody or something." Like that. Or maybe I'm that might be another part of it.
So I saw a white father who's in Georgia, and he was like, "I have a black son, and he looks more black than white, but he's like, it's my son. We've never allowed him." He's like, "We lived in a good affluent area here in Georgia. We had an incident with a rich white family. And my son had to go to jail for a little bit. Thank God he still had his life." He was like, "But being a white parent with biracial children, you need to teach your kids." And he said, black parents, you need to teach your black children not to hang out with white kids with money. Because every time you do, a situation is going to occur and you will be thrown under the bus. Whoever is not wealthy. And I don't think it's skin color.
That thing was crazy, man.
I don't think it's skin color specific, but this is my issue. And I'm obviously biracial and I have white friends and white family, obviously. I am not my white friend's only black friend.
Yeah.
That's a red flag for me. If I'm the only black person that you know, that's an issue. In this day and age, granted, when my parents got together, times were extremely different. Right now, today, if you are the only black person, it reminds me of the black woman who spent the night with the white women, never went home to her children.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And she choked, this, bruises. The black kid wrapped up in a wrestling mat with organs missing.
Mm-hmm. That was in South Georgia.
The black boy whose now trial is being reversed because they withheld evidence and left out Carmelo. The fact that they attacked him first. And there's videos. Yeah. And that man got on and called Carmelo a monkey, talked about how his son is perfect in this. First of all, any parent that's calling their kid perfect, I know your kid is a demon.
Facts.
Straight up. I've never heard someone say that their kid is perfect and their kid has actually been perfect. Unless it's a special needs child. And they're just like, "You're perfect the way you are." And I don't mean that to be funny. Like, anytime that I've heard somebody say that their child is perfect, they are the actual reincarnation of Satan. They're one of the like
that ass Ashley,
meanest.
My son, he just can't make friends.
Sprinkle him with holy water. Like, take him to church. Let's see what happens. But I feel like in this day and age, and I talk about discernment all the time, You have to be aware of who you're around, and that's who you're hanging out with, who you allow your children to hang out with, who you're laying down with, who your partners are, who you decide to be friends with. Like, you really have to be aware. Granted, if you're in an area where there's just no access to Black people, like you're in the military, maybe you're stationed somewhere super white and there's only 2 Black people, that's very different. What I'm talking, because I know there's going to be people, well, there's no Black people near me. I live here. Okay, cool. That's not what I'm talking about. The way these boys were talking to him, when you heard the video, oh, you can't swim, it's fine, get in. Being told numerous times, and I blame the parents, teach your kids how to swim.
He knows how to swim.
Teach your kids how to swim.
They said he's an excellent swimmer. That's why it's like a weird thing. Like, how did he drown? He knows how to swim.
Teach your kids how to swim. Like, that's the other thing, because they love to say Black people can't swim. Meanwhile, the reason we can't swim and the reason people even have homes, look up this history tidbit, when public pools became unsegregated, white people did not want to swim with Black people. So guess what started? The home personal pool, so that they didn't have to swim with Black people. And trying to make it more inaccessible. So all these things go back to racism and go back to issues. And I feel like the issues will always remain the same. If you have a friend, and take color out of it, and this is why I tell y'all, and you're always like, oh, you're so mean.
Who?
Y'all. The second somebody is giving you bad vibes, trust it and go.
Oh, no, I feel you.
Like,
I mean,
no,
I ain't
but y'all like, y'all go too quick. You're too quick. Yes, because all those little like nuance, oh, I didn't mean it like that, that passive aggressive, you absolutely mean it. And why am I going to be, even the little Black girl, I think it was a year, my sense of time is so bad. It was either a year or 2 years ago, who went to Mexico and her friends left her and she was dead. Like, those aren't your friends. Mm-hmm. Somebody waiting for you to be drunk and prey on you and steal your money and do that, those are not your friends.
Well, I'll say this on the topic, because I had a friend ask me my opinion on it when it first came out. This is before we had any information. Because I remember day one, without information, everybody was like,
as soon as I saw it, I said, them kids did it.
Yeah, you see, and I can't do that, because, like I said, I've been in a situation where I was the only Black kid with a bunch of white kids.
Same. But anytime anything has happened, they were told not to talk to press, not to talk to lawyers, deactivated all their social media accounts. To me, that is guilty, 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 guilty. What are you talking about? They haven't even talked to the family. If this is your friend, what do you mean? Y'all should have been at that boy's house. And then what do you mean you thought he caught a ride? Y'all are in the middle of the water. All of that sounds fishy. You thought he caught a ride?
So that's another thing. Like, I don't know the true details. I'm getting like 500 different stories.
And we're never going to get the truth. It's going to get pushed on. It's going to get swept under the rug.
I don't know when they deactivated. I don't know when they hit up lawyers. I don't know anything about that.
They caught them parents on that boat ride home, and them parents had them lawyers before they sat down.
You like to look at the facts. I feel.
Yeah, you kind of like I said, because it's like
I can't just jump on the side. Because
white people did it.
If usually jumping on that side, you're right. Like most of the time, them white people did that shit.
9.5 times out of 10.
A lot of times, 9.5.
I mean, how many times does a Black kid go with a bunch of white people and die? Like, how many times does that happen?
All the time, every time.
Is it all
probably
the time?
More than we know, but it's happened enough. Right, it's happened enough
because
to the point where it's like,
how many times is a white dude gonna be with a bunch of Black kids and he died?
None.
I don't
Never.
think that's ever.
But how many times would that happen anyway, due to just the population in general? It's not gonna happen a lot.
But what happens is, and the reason we don't hear about it,
it's publicized, right?
And this is publicized because that family knew they weren't going to get justice. And I blame Black people too. Because you send your Black child to an all-white school trying to distance yourself from a proximity of Blackness and trying to act like you're something that you're not. Not saying that this is this family's circumstance, but it happens. Oh, I'm not like that.
I can't blame them for that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
but I
can.
can because there are other.
If there's a school that's predominantly Black versus a school that's predominantly white, the Black school, chances are, is underfunded.
But what
I want my kid to get the best education.
But I didn't get to finish. What I was saying was, you can put your kid in a good school, but they also have to have that proximity to Blackness. Trying to delete all of your Blackness and just exist in this world where, oh, we don't do that, we don't do that. They have zero Black friends and activities, zero Black anything. You can get a good education, but still be associated with Black people. That is bullshit.
I think it's a fine line, because if you send your kid to like a white school, right? It's a fine line because their proximity is white people. So what are they going to do? They're going to end up making friends with white people. Like your proximity basis is how you make friends. If I went to a school with black people, I'm gonna be friends with black people. If I went to a school with white people, I'm gonna be friends with white people. I went to school with Asians, so on and so forth.
The issue isn't being the friend.
Even to the neighborhood, right? Depending on their neighborhood. Now, if their neighborhood is not a mixed neighborhood, if they live in a white, like if you're being raised around white people, it's gonna happen. Now, I get where you're coming from because there are people who do try to escape their blackness and try. And
that's what I'm talking about.
And that's why I say it's a fine line because I don't know how to call it. Like, if
you have to have balance.
Like, how do you balance that though? Like
activities, different clubs, put them in group activities. They're in different areas.
If you're an affluent black person. And you want your children around
there are affluent
black people. That means you would have to go out there and try and find these affluent words today for me. You have to find these affluent clubs, these affluent sports groups,
but they
and all
exist.
Of that.
Jack and Jill is a black organization.
But I've heard Jack and Jill is
now.
Like,
now. My friend was 3rd generation Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
She was old school Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill started because we couldn't get into places. Now, it can be nose up and whatever and buy your way in or whatever. But what I'm saying is good education is not always equated with strictly only white. That's the problem.
It is in a lot of areas, though. In a lot of areas it is. It's closed off. Like, that's the whole point.
To the uninformed, yes. To the uninformed, yes. Like, if you're not an educated black person, you're going to think, oh, yeah, if they're at white people school, they're good. Like, automatic, and it could be just as shitty as the school.
So, as a parent,
think, you know,
as a person who decided to bring another person into this world, you are now responsible for that person. A quick Google search. There are plenty of black people that live in country clubs. There are plenty of black people that live on golf courses and all the things. These areas exist. There might be five black people instead of 100, but there's still some.
Are we talking about like the average black person? An average black person not about to take their kids to no country club. It's just not happening.
We're talking about black people that are putting their children in predominantly white spaces with no access to other black people.
But
that's what I'm talking about.
Is that a choice? Or is that an opinion? Like
I said, it's a fine line. It's a fine line.
Because where I was at, in middle school, elementary school, early high school, I had no choice but to go to predominantly white. There was no predominantly black anything. I mean, this is Albuquerque, New Mexico. You don't have a choice. Like, you have to be in a predominantly white.
So when you went after school, did you hang out with the black kids?
I hang out with the kids in my neighborhood because they was black, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. What I'm talking about is the people that no, you're not going to hang out with them. You're going to hang with these white people.
That's a parent making a choice for their children. Say you can't hang out with black kids. That's some
But that's
crazy
what I'm saying.
shit.
That's where the line.
That's
when you're on
about.
that side of the line. Like if you send them to a school, that's one thing. But if your parents are actively, keeping you away from black people,
that's some anti-black.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what this whole thing started.
Do you think that his parents?
I don't know.
Anti-black?
I didn't get into it. I didn't get into all
that. I don't think she seems anti. I mean, they have a black attorney.
I didn't see any of I didn't see their interactions. All I saw was him.
I ain't gonna lie, that doesn't mean anything.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like it doesn't seem like she seems.
I'm not saying they're anti-black or anything. He probably just went to a white school.
I don't know if they're anti-black, but I'm looking at that boat picture, looking at his mannerisms. It gives no black friends.
Oh, you think he's of white ilk? Is that what you're saying?
He might hang out with them. I mean, that's how it is when you're in a country.
It's given the new
Fresh
Prince with Carlton.
I think they are. Yeah, I think
the new Fresh Prince with Carlton.
You think he Carlton?
In the new Fresh Prince I didn't watch the whole series. But the mannerisms, the standing, the way he was, it's given.
Minus the coke.
I said I didn't see all the Fresh Prince.
That was like the first episode.
Yeah, I personally, like I said, I like to get everything because I mean, my opinion now, I feel like they did something because they had his phone the whole time.
Did something.
So something happened that they know about that they're not telling about. But like I said, I've been
because there's videos coming out and stuff, ain't it?
Yeah, well, it's one video, but
I heard them screaming, "You can't swim. You have to learn at some point."
It's in Mississippi.
That was in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in
Mississippi.
And ain't no black people in Mississippi.
There are definitely black.
There's black people in Mississippi.
But it depends on what area you're in.
Exactly.
All of these southern states, I used to go to a school in the South. There were black people, there were white people in the school, but there was very much segregation amongst certain groups.
I went to a school with no black people in the county. Me and my brother were the only black people in the county. I still went home to my black family. I still had my black friends. I was still in black organizations and black groups, and that was not predominantly my life. And it's not the same. It's not the same.
I know it's different on the East Coast than it is on the West Coast. It's I don't know. We look at that shit kind of white. I feel like on the western side of the country, some white people just understand black people are here. You know what I'm saying? And we have to.
Oh,
be,
they didn't understand.
You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, this was early 2000s, so it was a very different dynamic.
It very much depends.
Very different.
Yeah. So it's like I think the importance is basically making sure that your child is not shunned away or shut out from anybody. If he was told not to be around black kids, that's just anti-black. That's
I think it goes both ways. For the white people, you should have black friends, and for the black people, you should have white friends. You should have a good mix.
I think you should make friends not based on skin color.
Correct, but what I'm saying is you should not just solely seek out what's comfortable. If you like somebody and y'all get along, it shouldn't be like, oh, I don't want to hang out with you because you're black. Like,
actually,
or,
if you're black,
if you're black,
you kind of have to have black friends because you're not certain things you have to learn about being black if you don't get it at the house. Like if you're the only black people that you know. It's not going to help you grow up in terms of, for example, hairstyle, shit like that. Like you learn different things, learn different hygiene,
you
shit like that.
You need to have a diverse group of friends.
Yeah.
Period.
You got to know how
regardless
to
of
circle.
Nationality.
You should. Know people need to know your history and shit like that. You might not get that from your house, from home. You might be able to get that shit from your homie's moms or something like that. Especially right now with a lot of, the government is actively, especially trying to censor out a lot of Black literature,
history, grades,
all kinds of shit. Not headquarters, but like buildings and shit like that. Like a lot of
cemeteries,
names. Right? And so now we're getting into the episode for the day, where we'll be talking about censorship, and this is the Bridge ACL. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Kells. You know what I'm saying? We back, and to the left of me is you already know who that is. Ashley over there, chilling in the background. Tyler the Creator. You know what I'm saying? And
be careful.
You said be careful?
Might be trademarked.
Oh man.
Tyler the Creator.
I think he'll be all right. I'll be crazy if Tyler the Creator really came in like y'all can't say that. You can't say his name. Like we don't call him that, obviously. It's like a little nickname, but like, Tyler don't know what the fuck going on. He's just like, what the hell?
That's never like no, people always used to say that, bro. And I was
for real?
Like,
they used to say that? They used to call you that?
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
Whenever anybody of influence comes on the scene with the same name as
but you really creating though.
Like if there was a Kellen the Killer, everybody would call you Killer
They
Kell.
They would though. They call me Diddy now though, so
all the time, and I don't get it.
We got the so I found out. Well, apparently my sister had his information forever because she do the ancestry shit.
You're related to Diddy?
Fuck no. She tried. That was a good one. That was funny.
I didn't know where you was going. You said she did ancestry after you were talking about Diddy. Ancestry,
so we're East
African. I need you to say that again and be like, you're related to Diddy?
We're
East African use that as like a thumbnail.
We're East African descent. So like I know they did like it was like a profile with Diddy and like they do this like meme shit where he's like next to like this East African dude. Like they kind of have this. We gotta have the same bone structure.
What is East African? Is it like Somalia?
Ethiopian.
Yeah, Ethiopia. Yeah, that shit there. Yeah. Over there. Yeah.
I can see that. You got to go to the farmer's market. You'll see some of your people.
I know, yeah, I see him all the time.
You might
I went to school with him.
You might be related to Casanat, man. He look like Diddy too.
I don't think either one.
But yeah, so but yeah, I don't think he would trip about saying Tyler the Creator. That'd be crazy. He'd be out here too, which is crazy. He'd be out there over there by where we be at. 5 Points.
I mean that's
he lives here?
Nah, he just be visiting.
A lot of people do live here though.
I know, that's why.
Yeah, they might have a little loft or something, you know what I mean? It doesn't cost,
I
little $3,000, $4,000.
Would I have a loft here if I was a celebrity?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's
the easiest airport. You can get a direct flight anywhere.
I mean, Fayetteville with Trilith and all that, all the studios.
That too, yeah. You might have to want to get a little real estate. But yeah, so censorship, I mean, we've all seen it. I mean, my first iteration of censorship is the sign. You get this, the stop sign. Well, what is that shit? The circle with
when the guy's running and it's the bottom of his foot and it looks like he's stabbing somebody, but then if you look on the other one, he's running.
Which one is that? What the hell is that?
That's like the original censorship sign. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I ain't never seen no shit like that. Please send that. I ain't know what.
You know,
somebody who got stabbed. Tell me who got stabbed.
I definitely don't know what she talking about. We're gonna put it up on the screen.
For real.
Yes.
Y'all know about this? I probably know about it if she showed it, but like, damn. But no, it's a stop sign. Just you know what I mean? Like, now censorship goes a long way. It goes all the way to it's in the Bible. I mean, do not talk about no other religions. Do not praise no other gods. You know what I'm saying? Like around
Oh, I thought you meant
Ever.
like in the translations.
Not just in general.
Sure.
Do not do none of this.
The translations
nothing.
also have some
Oh yeah.
censorship.
Come on now, King James.
You
don't think
there was stuff in the Bible that was?
Did y'all read the OG? Y'all ain't read the OG.
Pretty controversial.
Y'all read a book. Y'all read the Bible from a dude named King James who said, "Nah, we cutting all this shit out." You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got the OG version. Y'all don't read the OG version. Some of y'all churches do. Don't come at me. I know y'all do. We still read the OG. Yeah. I mean, y'all don't because it's not in Hebrew. It's not in Hebrew, so y'all really don't read the OG. But you know, censorship starts. I mean, it is an easy way to get you to specifically learn certain things in a certain way that they don't want you to learn otherwise. I could bring it back also towards slavery. I mean, we know niggas couldn't read. You know what I'm saying? It was not allowing you to read after a certain amount of time. I think it was especially after Nat Turner's rebellion. Nigga, you got caught reading, you was probably gonna get killed straight up. I mean,
when did you first learn about censorship?
That's a good question. I mean, it had to be probably somewhere in elementary school. I think California did a good job at teaching kids very important shit. I was in a gifted class in California, and in Albuquerque. They were really good at. It wasn't until I moved out here that I realized they were not really trying to educate you for real. And so over there, they're really good at teaching you shit that was like, you might want to look out for this when you get older. And so censorship, I want to say it was definitely around California, probably second grade. They were definitely like,
second grade.
How do they teach censorship in first grade?
I was in a gifted class, so man, we was learning algebra and shit.
They did way better in your gifted classes.
Yeah,
we was
like I said, they took
Hooked on
extra
phonics.
people. I did Hooked on Phonics when I was like in kindergarten. My
we
family
had a whole
were teachers.
we had a whole Black History like parade and festival like in like the first, second grade, like MLK. Frederick Douglass, all of the other shit. Like we used to dress up as them and all kinds of shit.
We were doing like writing in cursive.
I didn't learn any
trying to write.
I didn't learn any real censorship until like for myself until like middle school. When I learned about censorship and cartoons and stuff, like how they censored Japanese cartoons when they came over.
I ain't know about the cartoon shit. You know what I mean? But I mean, you learn about censorship when it comes to like clean records on the radio, right? Like,
So you learned about that in elementary.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what that was called.
Because you know when you hear Tupac saying, "Fuck your bitch" and a click you claim, and then you're on the radio.
But I mean, like in the real definition and how it's applicable.
Why it's applicable? Yeah, that was around first, second grade when they were talking about
that's crazy.
Certain teachings and
that's
why.
Really.
That's good though. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like
he was educated in a system that was higher than
that wanted you to be educated for real.
Like Georgia was like
campuses were bigger,
damn near bottom, but like the 40th in the 40s. So you know.
I mean, this is the problem with education. I mean, also in education, also in schools. I mean, you're being censored or filtered. There's two different ways, right? Like censorship is the actual complete stoppage of information or whatever kind of thing you're supposed to learn. Filtering is they're educating you to giving you information, but they're kind of holding it back, or it's in a slow kind of like
slow drip.
Yeah, like they're not trying to give you the whole spill. You can look it up. They really want you to look it up yourself. But
how about like book censorship?
Yeah, I mean, we know that's been going on.
But when did you learn about it? Like when were you like, okay, this is real?
When they were actually like stopping you from reading books. Mm-hmm. That had to be probably in high school. I think books specifically, I wasn't told about that until high school.
Oh, no, I did learn about that. Yeah. So I learned about banned books in elementary.
When? In elementary?
Yeah. We learned about like banned books, like books that you can't read in school anymore.
Which ones? Y'all know any banned books currently?
I think now To Kill a Mockingbird is banned.
Yeah.
Maya Angelou
To Kill a Mockingbird
it is banned now, I think, yeah.
Maya Angelou has a few books that are banned.
Like the 2010s, I believe. Let me double check.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you
serious?
They're
banning everything. They just said that they're calling, instead of it being called the Tulsa Massacre, it's being called the Tulsa Riots.
It is frequently challenged. It is not federally banned, but it is frequently challenged or restricted in certain school districts
probably like,
and libraries.
Yeah, Florida is actively probably the most
I think
censored.
Judy Blume's books got banned.
Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
You don't know
Judy B. Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Everybody knows Judy B. Jones. The Adventures of Captain Underpants got banned.
From schools?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Constantly targeted since the late 90s with the American Association. Schools have banned it for potty humor.
Yeah, they were trying to get rid of that for a long time.
Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein is banned.
The flipograms were crazy.
So let me tell y'all, I mean,
Brown Bear,
that was the book that got me super reading books, like reading books all the time. Like book fair, I bought it was Captain Underpants, 100%. It's crazy that they're banning it. I mean, you read those books to get you into bigger books. Anyways, it's one of those. You read this I remember reading Captain Underpants and not wanting to go to bed. I remember reading it till I fell asleep. That's how much I read that shit.
You want to know two that'll probably blow y'all? Charlotte's Web.
That's crazy.
And the Lorax by Dr. Seuss.
Are they banned or are they restricted?
So that's banned.
Because I'm seeing like restricted books. I think we learned about the fact that we couldn't read Fahrenheit 451.
That's why they made the whole movie.
The Great Gatsby is restricted, apparently.
That's fucking crazy.
Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel
Handmaid's
Silverstein.
I think our teacher wanted us to read that in high school, but we had to read like The Scarlet Letter instead. The Color Purple. The Color Purple was crazy enough. We watched that movie in elementary school.
Mm-hmm. They didn't care about
so
it.
So what do y'all think about that in terms of? I mean, obviously we read these books back in our day. You know what I'm saying? So why
you can't. I think you can't feed this to children now.
Huh?
You can't feed this kind of content.
You can't
to children.
You don't think so? Why not? You don't think they'll be
capable of handling that?
I'm gonna be honest. They're exposed to way more shit than
they are because they have the internet.
So how could they not read that? I feel like this is better for them to read than we did.
I think it was better for us because we didn't have the internet to expand on it. So like if they see it, the internet will cause them to like
look into it
and
even
find more shit.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So like for me, I feel like knowledge is power. And I feel like a lot of issues we were exposed with no explanation. Mm-hmm. They're not being exposed and they're just ignorance is bliss. I feel like we are doing children a disservice by saying they can't handle it or they can't. They can't handle it because there's not a system in place to ensure that they can. So if you're having them read a book, and then granted, no one should be watching The Color Purple, Roots, any of that in elementary school. Personally.
That's pretty heavy.
You said they shouldn't?
Should not.
Yeah.
In elementary school.
It's pretty heavy.
No Roots?
That's pretty heavy.
My mom,
is it? That's real though. Like that's real.
My mom had me watch Roots, and then I had to go to my white grandma's house, and I did not want to go. We got into an argument, and I was like, absolutely not. And
that's a good thing.
Me and my grandma had a whole
that's
conversation.
That's a good thing. I think that's a great thing.
I was in tears.
But that's a teaching moment.
At 5
you think
years
these kids
old,
today
this is what her grandma's supposed to tell her.
I was terrified of my white grandma at 5 years old, sitting in this woman's kitchen at the opposite side, and I was like, did you do this to black people?
This is what,
why? No, that's not a conversation a 5-year-old should be having. That's not a conversation.
If you're having a reaction like that, you should definitely have
I had a reaction because I was watching somebody's foot get cut off and somebody get beat.
Yeah,
how do you
that's traumatic.
How do you relate that to a 5-year-old?
Absolutely not. A 5-year-old, and this is where I feel like
I don't know, bro. Teach them early shit.
But sometimes we as people have that whole like trauma bond. Like, well, it happened to me and I'm fine. You're not fine. That's not okay. I was not okay. I would never.
I would definitely show my kids rules, bro.
At 5, I think you don't have a concept of a 5-year-old's developmental state. I think that's why you're saying that.
Kids are a lot smarter nowadays, though.
They're not. If you had a 5-year-old,
these 5-year-olds now,
a 5-year-old
because they can comprehension
because they can log on to an iPad and do stuff does not make them smarter.
I don't know.
I'm watching people that cannot read flashcards on the street. So you're not going to convince me.
Those aren't the 5-year-olds, though. They were the people in between. They got caught in between.
So like I'm saying, I think the development for children is vastly different. I think these are things that need to be taught, but at 5, absolutely not.
I would say this so real quick.
Children.
Would you teach them any kind of slave information at an early age?
No.
Or would you wait?
No, I'd wait. Yes.
How long? So what age is appropriate for slave information?
Not under 10.
What? No, my kid is
not under 10.
He has to know. Racism starts early literally as soon as you can.
So my thing
is, talk.
Yeah. So they got to know why
because it's taught.
They have to know. Know why as soon as they're able to actually.
So my thing is not under 10, and the conversations would have to be completely curated to ensure that full comprehension is had, because the issues that I think people don't understand is kids are sponges. To both of your points, racism is taught. So if we allow children to, in fact, be children and be curious and do the things, I just had this little boy come up to me, this little white boy, super cute, like 6 or 7, telling me all his business, his little girlfriend, best friend ever. He's like, I just want to sit and talk to you. He was not thinking this girl is black. He was not thinking this woman looks different than me or she's different. We put that on children. If we sit a room full of 50 children, one from each state that all look different, none of those kids, if we ask them what's different, they're going to say your shirt, your pants, your shoes. If we say dig deeper, well, you're taller, you're shorter. Okay, well, your hair is straight, your hair is curly. Well, she has brown hair. Nobody's going to go into skin color until you completely now find something. You have to dig. Kids are innocent. So no, my children will never have to deal with that at an early age.
They're going to deal with it regardless.
Absolutely not.
They're going to deal with racism regardless at
Absolutely
some point.
not.
You don't think so? You don't think your kids will deal with racism at any point in time?
I did not say that. I did not say that. What I said is I'm not teaching them that until one, if I know that mentally they can handle it. Saying, oh, you're 10, you can have it. Absolutely not. You know people your age. Are you all equally yoked mentally?
No, hell no.
So you think that at 10, when somebody's still developing, if I have a child that is an emotional, just little ball of emotion, I'm absolutely not doing that to them. They're not there to have that. If I have a super empathic kid that feels everything, that if I raise my voice a little, they're crying. No.
See,
parenting is not a one size fits all. You cannot just, well, this is the way we do it and this is how it's going to work.
I feel like I got to give them information that is very important and vital to their life in general.
But
as soon as possible. As soon as they can, I'm not going to, so I'm not going to clockwork orange them and then make you sit down and watch Roots for fucking 8 hours. Like, that's not going to happen, right? But I'm going to definitely slow drip, filter. Hey, your ancestors, our ancestors, this is what happened to them. This is what people will perceive you differently. Because I remember when I was taught about racism and shit like that, like I said, we had actual like Black history events at our, I was 5-6 years old learning this shit, right?
Yeah, for me, I think that's completely inappropriate.
So I get it. I'm in a classroom where I'm minority Black and we're having this happen, right? So I have majority whites.
White people teaching Black people about slavery.
No, I think our principal was Black. So it's like.
Principals don't normally teach, but.
Yeah,
okay.
they help with the curriculum. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he curates the event if it's for the whole school, right? So everybody here, we're all learning about racism and Black history at the same time. So even after all this, even after we all learned this at the same time, our perception of each other never changed. We're all children. What we were told was this is what happened, but this is not what we are today. That's what I learned as a kid. And I realized, okay, I can still trust my white friends. I can still trust my white teachers. I can still trust my whoever. This happened back in the day. Obviously, it's still kind of going on right now. But, you know what I'm saying, we can make a change and make sure that doesn't happen or it doesn't move forward with this type of shit. So me learning this early, I feel like I took it well. I feel like a lot of my friends took it well. We just understood that we're going to be different from them growing up, and we just have to make sure we protect ourselves as we grow up in that way.
Yeah, as a 5-year-old, I don't feel like that's something that my child will have to worry about. Because it's not. At 5, I want you to be tra-la-la learning how to write your name and play with bubbles and enjoy your friends, not worrying about systematic racism.
That wasn't a thing I was worried about,
there's
though.
little things that
definitely, like, I ain't gonna lie, definitely on some shit like, am I being pointed out because I'm Black compared to this kid because he's white? Definitely want to have that kind of...
Yeah, that's not something that... I don't ever want my children to go there first. I would always want the conversation to be, did they get picked because they were, so let's say they don't get picked for something. Okay, like break it down. Are you as fast as the person that got picked? Are you as capable as the person that got picked? No, yeah, you don't want them to go to racism first. But that's why I'm saying, like, I wouldn't teach that way.
But I do want them to definitely check off to make sure that they would check in a certain situation.
But I feel like when you challenge those things and you teach them to ask those questions back, then that challenges the other person to figure out, okay, well, why didn't I do this? But to your earlier question, I feel like I would teach them in different ways in a sense of like, you need to be moisturized. We use a washcloth. You're going to change these sheets. I just saw it was all white people that I saw, so this is why I'm saying this. They were going around a college campus asking these kids how many days they've gone without showering.
Oh, yeah.
The lowest number was 29 days. The highest number was 50. These were all 20-something-year-olds.
They lying, bro. They're doing that for clicks. But there's no way you go 29 days
There were women. There were men.
29 days without washing?
there were some Asians in there. There were some Hispanics in there. I ain't seen no black people in there. But it was very interesting. So there will be different things. We don't, so.
Shoot, I heard Asians they don't funk up like regular people. Like they don't have sweat glands. Like
most Asians, depending on where they're from, don't sweat.
You ain't never smelled a little Asian that was musty, have you?
I don't want to get into what groups are musty or not. I feel like that's a completely separate topic. But
there would be conversations around like we don't let people touch our hair. In general, though, I don't think that's a black thing.
See, I think you're gonna inherently teach that to your child without even knowing it.
Because
you're gonna ask,
I don't
why?
think that's a race
Sally
thing.
Doesn't have to do this. Why do I have to do this?
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I had a white girl I went to high school with that was like, don't touch my hair. She had very long hair past her butt. It was very blonde.
She probably got tired of people touching her hair.
No, she was like, your hands are nasty and they're oily and I only wash my hair once a week. That's how I keep it long. I don't want the oils from your hands. I don't want you touching my hair. I don't think not touching my hair is the black thing. Why on earth would you walk up to a stranger and touch their hair? I feel the same way about touching a pregnant woman. Like, why are you running up to a strange woman, touching her stomach and you don't know her? That's weird. So I don't look at that as like a race thing as much of a personal space and who raised you. Like people, like get up out my space, back up. You don't have to.
I don't know though. As a child, you're curious. Like kids are gonna do that.
Why are you white and I'm brown?
I mean, that's when we get into the topics of some of us are
because my mom's brown.
Colors. Yeah.
Like,
why's your mom brown and my mom's white?
But I think this is interesting
because your mom's from a different place.
This is a form of censorship. So Kell would practice a different form of parental censorship versus what you would practice.
1,000%. My kids will be censored because they are precious and innocent. And
would you be one of those parents that don't expose them to like certain cartoons and everything as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What cartoons today do that's on that you could think of that you would like? Hell no, you ain't watching this shit.
Okay, so
I don't want a Coco Melon kid.
I don't know.
No, hell no. I already told you. My mom was like, "Cat dog, turn that shit off."
Really?
Oh, watch
it's
that.
Stupid. Like it's done. It doesn't. It's nothing.
It doesn't educate you.
There's no substance.
So
there's just no substance.
She would have forced you to be a PBS kid.
My mom used to make me watch
I was watching Cartoon Network. I was watching Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes and shit. But Cat Dog, no.
That has no substance either.
Cow and Chicken, no.
That has none of those had substance.
But they're like lewd, like they're like fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I kind of get it. Think about it today. It's like, okay,
Cat Dog wasn't.
But you know how but you know how I am. Like
I always wonder how
I'm not watching that shit, bro. Like that's just stupid. Like it's just dumb. Like dumb as fuck.
So this is my thing. I leave cartoons on for Nyla when I leave for work. So she watches, no, seriously. So on Tubi, like I got home.
For those of you who may not know, Nyla is her pet dog.
Yeah, don't call children's services. I ain't got no kids.
And she big as hell. And will fuck you up, by the way.
She don't like strangers.
We'll fuck you up.
So I leave cartoons on for her because when she hears people like walking through halls, she gets a little aggressive. So I keep it on. Plus, who wants to be in the house all day in silence? I don't want to be with my thoughts. I ain't gonna leave you in your thoughts. So it varies between like 90s cartoons. So sometimes I'll come in and like the Flintstones are on. Sometimes I'll come in and Animaniacs is on. Last night Animaniacs was on. Pinky and the Brain's been on. She watches everything.
What is that, Boomerang?
It's
probably
on
like
Tubi.
And
it's free.
It sounds like I was about to say, is it like a YouTube stream
it's
or something?
Tubi. Just download Tubi. It's on Tubi.
Tubi got everything.
Tubi has everything. So for me, I do adhere to the sense that like we're extremely overstimulated, even down to the colors that are in TV. And then we don't have patience. Like back in the day, like I purposely paid for the lowest version of Netflix so I could have a pee break. Because why am I sitting here binge watching a show in a day because I can get through 20 episodes?
So you don't feel like you have the discipline to just pause, go take a pre-break, and come back? You think it programs
yeah, but then I'm
you
like
to
4 episodes in, and I'm like, I can hold it for another episode. I don't need to eat right now. Like
sometimes I just get up while it's playing and go pee, and then I'll just rewind it if it was something important.
Bro, that pause button is my favorite button.
So
watching anything.
I just rewind. I'll rewind the show.
That too. I just
and if I rewind it too many times, I'm like, I'm not locked in.
You're like, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like I would have my children watch 90s cartoons. I feel like they were more diverse. Yes, some of the stuff, like looking back, I watched some of it and I'm like, oh my God, like this is kind of wild. But like,
what do you mean, like the jokes and stuff?
The jokes, the body image, like
I
early
think
90s was very skinny.
Very curvy and everything.
I think
no, I'm talking like eating disorders, like calling girls fat, like oh she's so fat and she's like this big.
I think that was like we didn't pick that up. That was for the parents.
Oh, I picked it up.
Which
like
part?
as a young girl, calling girls fat. Definitely. Definitely. There were girls when I was in middle school that didn't want to be over 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Like at that, like low rise jeans and a belly was not a thing.
I feel like that was more like if you were basing your bodily
As Told
perception,
by Ginger was the thing.
Yeah, if
that's
you're
what everybody's watching.
Like all high schoolers, weren't they? Or were they middle schoolers?
They were middle school.
Ginger was
As Told by Ginger was middle school.
She was going to high school.
She was in middle school.
She was about to go to high school.
But she was in middle school.
Yeah, she was in 8th grade or something like that. Yeah,
it's like the Rugrats too. You know, all grown up.
So for me, I would want like a lot of those shows. I think that there were more meanings behind them. I like Taina from back in the day.
Oh, shit.
That was my show. I liked That's So Raven. I liked Cartoon Network. I loved Codename Kids Next Door. Bad. They were bad. But they were playing outside. They had imagination. They were having a time. Like, I want to foster, if you are going to watch TV and if you are going to do things, I want you to kind of see some of the stuff that I grew up on. Now, I don't know everything. I have watched Jurassic Park, the cartoon one with my little cousin. Jurassic Park? Yeah, it's so good. I've heard Go Danny Go as a thing, but...
Oh, okay, I know what that is.
For me, and this is very, don't come for me. I don't have kids. I don't care about your opinion. You don't need to share it. For me, my mom was basically like, this is my life and I'm doing what I want and you're here. So like, I'm not imposing on what I want to do and what I want to listen to. Like, I never listened to Kids Bop growing up. Like my mom was listening to Lil' Kim and Snoop Dogg in the car. I have yet to meet anybody who has actually listened to Kids Bop. There are people who did. My friends' kids listen
to Kids Bop. They listen to Kids Bop?
My friends play it for their kids. I've never done that. No. Like, my mom was like, putting in the Lil' Kim CD with the lollipop, like, what's up? What's the problem? And I would ask her, like, why is she saying this? She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, okay. So for me,
so she didn't even tell you like what that shit mean and nothing like that?
I think my mom was living in La La Land. Like, she was so oblivious to what was going on. Cause I'll bring stuff up. So I'll be like, Mom, you didn't let me watch this, but you let me watch this. Like, how does that make sense? Pamela Anderson had a cartoon in the early 2000s called Stripperella. I was in Catholic school.
That was on what, Comedy Central?
I used to watch.
It had to be on Comedy Central, bro.
I think it was on FX.
It might have been on Comedy Central. It was on Spike.
I used to watch it with my mom in fourth grade.
That was one of the joints. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I was talking to my mom as an adult, and I was
couldn't
like, Mom,
wait. That was one of the joints. I was like, hey, yeah.
I was like, all my friends had to stay up late, sneak, and watch it. Yeah. You and I would watch it together, and she was like, yes, that was our show. Da, da, da. And I'm like, right, but then you wouldn't let me watch. I definitely used to sneak and watch that. She wouldn't let me watch certain cartoons, but then I could watch that, but then I'd have to watch Animal Planet. So she was all over the place.
I mean, that was like Crank Anchors and some other shit. Like a lot of those, like. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that with my children. However,
they're gonna do that shit anyway. I ain't gonna lie. You
but not in fourth grade. Fourth grade is wild. Like, that should not have been like our nighttime.
Hell no, but we was definitely watching that shit. What was the other one with the heroes and shit? Remember we was talking about it before?
Oh, Drawn Together.
Same shit.
Yeah. Oblong was wild.
But that's adult. So
Johnny Bravo was kind of wild.
Johnny Bravo was great, and that's the shit I like to watch.
Johnny Bravo was kind of wild.
Those were the 80s.
Powerpuff Girls was kind of wild.
It's really like a nostalgic moment episode right now.
What?
Right.
Talking about old cartoons and stuff.
I mean, they don't.
We're joking. We'll do censorship next week. This week is now cartoons.
I mean, that's part of censorship. I mean, you got
cartoons, all of those cartoons can exist today.
They can't?
Dexter.
They don't.
So
Family Guy ain't even the same.
I just watched a movie on Netflix. John Cena's in it. Look it up real quick.
Little Brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so wild.
I didn't watch it. It's called Little Brother. It's got
a cartoon.
No,
so wild.
It's live action. It's John Cena and Eric Andre.
A comment is made that somebody just needs to get their booty ate to have a great reset.
Eric Andre said that? Absolutely. Absolutely.
And they show it in the show. Like, when I think it's coming back. I think we're getting Scary Movie. I haven't seen it yet.
It's terrible. Don't watch it.
It's not good? I think they're trying to get back to that, but
it's nostalgic. It's nostalgic. So
yeah.
I think it would have been better if you watched it in theaters. But like watching it at home is not gonna. You're not gonna have the same kind of.
It depends on what scary movie.
I would have never watched it at home.
I don't think
fact that I went at the theaters was the only time I would ever watch it. So I was cool with watching it in the theaters, but at home I wouldn't.
I don't think scary movie is the same. We don't live in that world anymore.
No, I think it could have happened. They did not care. I guarantee it. I
don't think we live in because their humor that they went for was very low hanging fruit,
and
like
it's old.
They used to do.
It's old humor.
It was very just goofy.
There was no creativity in the shit. That
it
they
was
made.
like we're not trying to make this new age humor. So.
Yeah, there was no creativity. They could have made it good. Comedy is not dead. They had terrible jokes. But it's nostalgic. You got the old characters in there, but you know.
So for the kids, I feel like they can handle it. It's just a matter of how it's fed to them and then what the follow-up is. We were left with a lot of, this is the problem, but everything's crashing and burning around us, so we can't fix it. Like 9/11. Why are we watching this happen?
So yeah, that was crazy.
And then why is nobody explaining?
We're watching it live.
Shut up.
Together.
I can't talk to you right now.
Yeah.
I have to call my husband. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, I'm just want to know
that's
what's
what the
going
teacher
on.
telling you?
Yeah.
Where was you at?
School.
Well, I mean, regionally.
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, adults, I think a lot of our traumatic experiences or our grown-up experiences, our parents and the adults around us were experiencing it too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was hard for them, in their defense, to react in a good way because they don't know what's going on for them either. They're stuck and they don't know. For us, we know that the world is shit. We know that the people are going to be racist. We know that if we are having a child of color, that they're going to live a very different life. My children will live a very different life than my brother's children. My brother's children will be 1/4 white. 1/4 black. My kids will be 1/4 white. They're going to look very different. That's a very different outlook. What?
How will they be? You gonna have like a white husband or something?
No, she's saying she's gonna have a black husband. Whereas her brother has a white wife.
Wouldn't your kids be like half black though? If you have a black husband?
How would my kids be half black?
Already.
Let me explain it like my mom.
Oh, 1/4 white.
So we got 4 quarters.
Oh, sure,
we got 4 quarters.
He had a moment.
Got 4 quarters.
My math was fucked up. My
it's
bad.
okay.
You know
so our children will look vastly different. Our children will have very different life experiences and how they're presented to the world and how the world treats them. And that's just a fact. It's a fact. Now, how we raise them and what we expose them to and what we teach them, I think dictates that. But as a parent, in my opinion, it is your job to protect your child, period. Whether that's from the world or whatever, that's what I will do. And whatever that looks like, I will not be teaching. I will not let my 5-year-old sit there and watch the news with me. This is depressing.
You can't watch the news?
I don't watch the news. I don't watch
So
the
if you
news.
did watch it, you'd be like, no, I don't.
Absolutely not. Like, you're a kid, be a kid.
So,
and I feel like they deserve to be blissed. They deserve to tra-la-la. My child's biggest concern should be, what am I going to play with today? And what's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? And I don't mean in a sense of food scarcity. I mean, like, what are you
want
making?
To have a regular life, yeah.
Yes, you need to have a very normal. You are a child.
You letting your child pick the dinners and all that?
I mean,
they can eat whatever they want.
If it's what I cook,
so they cannot eat whatever.
I thought
if I'm cooking,
but you got whatever today. Like,
I'm not. I mean, I cook a lot. I actually just made this really good fish the other night.
Here she go talking about food that she has yet to, But we've been talking about personal censorship. Mm-hmm. I think one of the bigger things is censorship in today, right? Censorship when it comes to what we deal with. And I think the biggest censorship problem is social media.
Mm. Oh yeah. The what is it? The grape and the corn. I think we talked about that previously.
We have.
You know what grape and corn is?
Yeah, I think so.
But so like
PDF.
Yeah.
But is that censorship as much as?
That's avoidance. That's how to avoid censorship.
And it desensitizes the actual word, specifically grape, right? Like that is major. So when it actually happens and you want to actually talk about it online and you have to share that information, you can't do it easily with some people just don't know what the fuck that is. Let it be an 80-year-old trying to read an article on it and they're like, what the fuck is this? So they're not going to know, right? Like censorship devolves into misinformation because of that kind of shit.
So when I think of censorship, I'm going more like titles. So a man recently catnissed his children on the side of the road because he felt like they were a serpent.
I get what you mean.
And the title said, father's mental health breakdown, family left distraught. And it was a picture of his family. And everybody was like, you couldn't find a mugshot? A boy,
there's a
boy covered in tears
theme
after accidentally raping 14-year-old.
There's a running
and it's a
theme
picture
on
of him
Twitter
like this.
where they talk about Zach Fox, where he made a tweet saying that whenever a white man kills his family, it's always a happy picture of him.
Family picture. Family picture. And
or like a white person, not even killing his family. They do anything. It's always
it's his family pastor found with 24 counts of child pornography, and it's a picture of him and his loving family. Like, there's a girl recently who was sold. Her parents sold her to this man when she was 15. And it's a picture of her. She has bruises on her neck. She has marks on her neck where you could see she was held by something. There's ligature marks everywhere. And she just looks like a frightened wet cat. And the title is like, killed 3 of her babies. Meanwhile, this girl's been pregnant every year for the last 10 years since this man bought her from her parents. And she's facing jail time. Like, completely different story heading. So when I think of censorship, that's what I think. I think of you BSing a news title so that you can get the most impact or the most clicks, or news is for sale. So you've now allowed yourself to be their version of the free press that you're going to send out to try and help their case so they don't go to jail as long. But it's definitely agenda setting.
So to piggyback off of that, because we were saying, the white man being shown on, my minor was in journalism when I was in college, and so what I was told, in one of our classes was that when it comes to showing white people in the news, the reason why a white person is perceived as a family photo or whatever, whenever they do a massive crime. Not only that, the main thing is when you think about reading anything, especially on a wide publication where it's going nationally, right? Who's most likely to buy or put money into that? It's white people. White people do not want to see other terrible looking white people, no matter what crime it is. They don't want to see a grisly looking, no matter what crime it is, they'd rather see a more upbeat person. They don't care about how a black person looks on that's why you're going to see a lot more black people. But that's not
true, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
we
have created this narrative that anytime a white man creates a crime, he's just an innocent man.
No. I'm saying the reason why they put him on there is just so that the average reader who looks at it doesn't want to see another white person that looks like them. Like, we don't want to see black people look terrible.
I don't think that's what it is. What I think it is to the point of our last conversation. America has done a great job with their PR.
Yeah.
And when people think white, they think safe.
No, that's not. I'm not saying that was the only reason why.
He's looking at it from like a marketing.
It's a business standpoint. Yeah. They just don't want white people to buy papers with terrible looking white people on there, no matter what crime they do.
I don't think it's that.
It's not papers anymore. Now it's social media.
They have to keep up with this image,
and it's a safety image, and it's all at the same time.
I think it's both of what y'all are saying.
It's not one is not over the other. I'm just saying, like, that was one of the reasons why.
So if they're teaching you that, then that means that's the same ideology that Fox News.
Fox News. They do the same thing. Like, they're going to butter up all of this shit because white people don't want to see themselves look.
But they don't do the same thing for women, for white women. So that's why I'm saying I disagree. I don't think it's
fall lower on the
I don't think it's white people in general. I think when it comes to white men, there is this perception that has been curated, that media has curated. Mm-hmm. And luckily with social media, they are tearing it down because they're able to say all these people that voted for Trump and called Biden all these names relating to pedophilia or whatever have all been arrested on counts of pedophilia, like judges, attorneys, senators, governors, left and right. And the commonality is a white male Republican who had something bad to say against Biden.
I think
they're now putting that out to destroy this narrative that's been, we don't do that. And I'm not making it just like all white men do this or all this, but for a long time, media has this portrait of what things are. If we look at crimes in statistics, white men are the biggest problem when it comes to rape, school shootings, shootings in general, killing their partners, killing their kids, killing their families, insurance fraud, financial crimes, regular crimes, war crimes. It's them.
White men are also the largest free market consumers. So it's like, yeah, they're doing the worst shit, but they're also the largest buyers.
They're also the largest group in the United States.
So they're going to no matter how bad shit they're going to do, the free market is going to tailor to them at the same time. It's like how if you go to a casino and you gamble a lot, even though you lose money, they're going to give you amenities and all this other shit. Like you're doing terrible, but here you go. Let's get you a free dinner, a free hotel stay. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you do. We're going to help you out because you're going to, at the end of the day,
you're
going to get some money.
You're a necessary evil.
Exactly. Yeah, right. So it's like censorship. I've always said this shit. The entire plan of when it comes to suppressing Americans or just trying to get the most out of Americans, the focus group had always been the white male. This is why it's like, oh, they're coming after you. You know what I'm saying? This is tailored towards the white male. And they don't care about the other ones because those people are buying the most shit.
Do they buy the most stuff?
Hell yeah. They give out the most money. We're not giving that much money out to them folks like that.
Do they give it out? I feel like Jeff Bezos wasn't giving nothing. Do they give it out?
I mean, he's the person who's benefiting. He's the beneficiary of
Are these facts?
People. I mean, everybody spends money.
The white male is.
But, they're the standard. But with censorship, she kind of talks about one of the downsides of it. Do you think there's other downsides, like with this common censorship we're seeing on social media? I mean, you said misinformation.
So I don't think there is censorship. So this is my issue with social media. There's not censorship for things that matter, in a sense of the amount of attacks on Black people or people of color are wild. But then when you try to say certain things about other people, like I was commenting back to somebody and I was saying Trump and pedophile. Whole thing was flagged. Mm-hmm. Couldn't post it.
Yep.
That type of censorship is, I guess, selective censorship. Back in the day, it was kind of like we're censoring every cuss word. Any movie that's going to have a cuss word is going to be rated this.
I remember that Dave Chappelle skit.
Huh?
Where Dave Chappelle, he does a skit where he says, I can say the hard R how many ever times I want, but if I say the word that's like a slur to gay people, they censor it. And he was like saying it back and forth, and it was beat.
Yeah.
So now we've gotten to a point where I think you can say that on TV. I think I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it on Netflix recently.
The F word for gay
FAGGO.
Where?
TG. I just heard it. I just heard it on the Netflix special with Kevin Hart.
I mean, you can say anything on Netflix. I think
you can say anything on.
So what are you calling TV?
Yeah, streaming TV. Yeah,
streaming has really changed what network censorship is. I think
premium channels.
I think still on cable,
because
like Netflix,
Netflix would be considered a premium channel. Like premium channels, you can say whatever. HBO. It's syndicated. Like if it's on ABC, NBC, all those other, you can't say.
They don't say that. They don't say fuck.
Yes, they do. Because in that show that
on cable TV.
At FX.
Yeah,
if that's cable.
You talking about The Beauty?
Yeah.
That's on Hulu. That's on Hulu though.
But it says FX.
Hulu.
That's still TV though.
They don't bleep it out on the TV. On the TV stream, it's bleeped.
So you pay for cable?
No. I know somebody who does though. They bleep it out on cable.
Never. Yeah, I would.
Streaming, like he said, streaming is like a premium channel.
I would never unless you sponsor.
Everything is uncensored. To pay for cable.
Yeah, no reason. In 2026?
No, they still bleep stuff out on cable TV.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't know. I haven't had cable in
I think the FCC still, I mean, they have to abide by the FCC's rules, and the FCC.
But Fox doesn't have to, or nobody else has to?
No, everybody does, unless it's streaming. If it's streaming, then it's free game. Streaming is like circumventing a lot of the...
There are a few incidents that have happened recently that the FCC definitely overlooked on national television.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't say that. I would say maybe the FCC is holding
If you think of the current administration, anything
cable
that's under this
television
current
to a higher
administration is
standard.
anything under this current administration is absolutely loose and it's paid. You got the money for it.
I'm curious to see what it'll be like afterwards. You know,
they just passed a law saying that you can run for any sort of government seat. You're fine, like as long as you can afford it. Essentially, your campaign. You know how campaigns used to be. You could only spend a certain amount of marketing dollars.
Oh, so they basically uncapped it.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Okay.
Pay to play. So
Uncapped.
before you could only have like a certain amount that you could accept from donors or accept. Now it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want.
We about to turn into a whole cesspool.
We're for sale. When it comes to censorship, I feel like.
I mean, shoot, look at censorship everywhere.
But I feel like we love to say that, but America's getting pretty close because we're being inundated with negativity.
North Korea.
I mean, I'd rather be like that right now.
No.
Right
That's
now,
wild.
Right now, at this
rather
point,
be North Korea censored?
Listen,
that means nothing that happens to you.
Everything we just said right now, we couldn't even say
we wouldn't be able to do this.
Hell no.
What I'm saying right now, if America could take like a 3-day hiatus and nobody could talk, that would probably be really nice. I feel like every time I open the app, something new is like happening. Like Trump is sleeping and shitting somewhere in the White House with his mouth open.
Mitch McConnell is dead. As of July 11th, we don't know if Mitch McConnell is dead. We will get back with you to see if he's actually alive by the time we have our next podcast. Who knows? Due
to censorship and presidential stuff. Like, it's so annoying. I feel like we could use a break. I think we shouldn't have had a president. I feel like we should have been single for a year, let every state do its own thing.
What's that movie? What's that movie, bro? When they was just killing everybody, like fuck it. What was that movie?
You're talking about The Purge.
Yeah, you want that?
No, that's not what I said. What I said was I think we did not need a president.
Single for a year is crazy.
I said not have a president.
Who gonna run the country?
You didn't listen to me. What did I say? You didn't hear me. I said, and let every single governor of the state
itself
handle it.
No, you don't want that.
She tried to get.
So first of all, if that happened,
that's Civil War.
Florida's
literally
fucked. Yeah. Florida's fucked.
Texas is too. It's not my business. It's not my business. But I just feel like what's going on right now, I feel like that's what we're doing anyways.
I do believe
all these states are doing what they want anyways.
I do like that idea for the fact
Look
that
at Mamdani. He's doing whatever he wants.
People should start moving towards states that are actually good for you.
And I think it would empower. I think it would empower the
force
states
people
more
to actually move
pay
to those
attention.
States. Yeah, facts.
And I think people would pay attention to who they're voting for, what's going on, because the issue that we have now is everybody's like, "Oh, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me.
It does, but they don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I live here. Who cares? Yeah, dummy." So that's why I think if we did it just for each state, just for a year, see what happens. Look at how much Mamdani has accomplished. Look at how much he's accomplished.
They're on point, man. Them niggas sick. They sick. Bro.
Like what? And you don't think that if it's like, well, this brown man did that, what you gonna do?
He's actually
what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Yeah.
And essentially, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that not how it's supposed to go? Is it not supposed? Is it not technically supposed to be where we kind of run ourselves, we have our own rules and regulations, and then we get like the super rules from our parents?
Yeah,
the White House.
So the federal government is supposed to facilitate.
So like I said, it's not, you guys are making it seem like I'm just saying
well, the reason it's crazy is because of how
some places are not ready for that part.
But it's happening anyways, like we just talked about.
Because if Georgia, look at Georgia, right? We are kind of like, we've just shifted the scale of being not the minority here, right? White people have gone down, and with us and Hispanics and Asians all put together, there's more of us than them in Georgia, right? I think that was what it was.
Yeah.
Look at the people who run Georgia. They're not going to really put towards us.
But technically it doesn't matter anyways because they're not doing that anyways. So again,
I mean, they kind of
I said what I said. No, they're not. They're not. That's why Buckhead has the issues that they have. It's not a thing. It just sounds scary. But in reality, every state should be operating on its own with little to no control. A president should not be able to come in and say, this is what you need to do unless you are royally fucking up. Unless I just did not do my class properly. That's how it was always explained to me.
No, yeah.
Your state is supposed to run your state. That's why you could speed here but can't speed somewhere else. That's why you get different licenses.
Within city limits, and then state
because you have
state, and then
yes, you have all your cities.
The control is supposed to
then
devolve,
you have your counties.
Yeah.
Then you have your districts. Then you have your mayors. You got your governors, and that's who's in charge. Then you have federal. But if we have a problem right now in Georgia, that's not a president problem. That's our governor. So essentially, I'm not that far off. Mm-mm. And had we done it, I bet our money wouldn't have been going to Israel, and maybe we could have figured out what to do with these lunches and these potholes.
A large amount of our money would not be going to Israel.
We could figure out a lot of stuff.
I don't know. Some niggas
depends on who's in charge.
Yeah, depends on who's in charge. Yeah.
But I think that there would be a lot more accountability because then people would be like, okay, well, why I'm not paying federal tax. All I got to pay is my state tax. Okay, so that's more money in our pockets. More money in our pockets, more money to stimulate the economy, more money to stimulate our state. I don't think it's that bad of an idea.
Like I said, some states are absolutely fucked. But it would force people who are in those states to move out the way. No, yeah, because we don't vote. I think it would, like I said, like you said, a lot of people.
I vote.
No, I'm saying
y'all don't vote. I vote.
You know people who don't vote, who are like, it doesn't matter.
I don't know people that don't vote.
No, I'm saying, but you just said you heard people say they don't care. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't personally know them. That's just people on the internet.
That's a large amount of people.
And those people live in those states with those other idiots.
That's true. It's like for example, Louisiana. When they did the redistricting and shit, y'all need to move out of Louisiana, niggas. If you're a black in Oklahoma, Louisiana, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. If you black in any of these states, even here, we need to fucking move somewhere. I ain't gonna lie.
My thing is go where you are welcomed and supported and wanted.
Yeah.
A lot of issues, I blame censorship. Because a lot of people are afraid to move because of the propaganda and what they hear and what they see. And, if I go here, it's bad. Where you're at is bad. Where you're living is bad. I just saw somebody pour water that looked like orange juice.
Where?
Just turned on the faucet.
Where was this at?
I don't even know. It was a country man. I sent it to y'all.
Data center?
I don't know. It was a country man. He was near one of the data centers.
Yep.
Turned on. He has well water, so that's an even bigger problem. Turned his water on, and it was yellow. Granted, I know everybody can't just move. However, if you are paying rent, go. If you have a house, sell it. Like, this whole holding on to it ain't it. Go to where you're wanted and welcomed. And stop moving places without looking into it. Why are you moving to a sundown town?
Do you think censorship in the future will get worse or better?
1,000% worse.
Yeah. I think AI is going to definitely start.
TikTok right now, because I'm on their creator program, they have a person that will give you tips on what to say and do. And if you follow them, your video will be taken down based on their actual criteria and based on what the rules actually read and say. They have a video where they've paid somebody to say, hey, if you're selling this phone, say that it's a blue phone case and it's on sale for $5.99. But then if you read the instructions, it says if you say a price, you will have your video taken down. You will get a remark.
So they got
somebody
mark. Teaching you how to do some shit, but then it says otherwise.
Wrong.
It's probably like auto modding.
Wrong.
They're auto mod, and then
there's nobody to ask for help. There's nobody to report it to. So as we move,
most of it is fed through AI.
And as we move more and more into AI, as much as I love the concept and the idea of AI, I wanted AI for more like doing the things I don't want to do, not like thinking for me.
I always say it. It's Pandora's box. You know what I'm saying? And Pandora's box is bad and good, but
we wanted flying cars, not.
It's Pandora's box. It's open now, and there's no closing.
You need regulation. Shout out DSA because they want regulation.
Fable got shut down.
AI.
Who?
Fable.
Oh, Fable. Yeah, it's back up.
I know, but they snatched it real quick.
Yeah, because
what is
Fable 5 for Claude was like.
Oh,
I told you about this. It was a very powerful version of Claude, and I think it was able to. They were scared that it didn't have the right safeguards in place, that it could actually hack into government programs and stuff.
And
so
did.
they made them. they made them take it down. Like Claude was like, no, we swear that you can't. But
it was
like,
up for 2 days and they took it down for
Is
like
Anthropic,
a month.
are they part of the government yet, or do they still? Okay, so that's the reason why.
Anthropic
had it been OpenAI, that'd have been like, yeah, hell yeah, but like,
well, after OpenAI goes IPO, Anthropic is up next. You know, so.
And then censorship will be even worse, like depending on who buys it.
You better put money. I'm telling you.
I feel like everything is being censored.
I think those will be fine. I'm glad I ain't put money in SpaceX.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I mean, hey, look, you see what happened to
Elon? No more.
I feel like censorship is just getting worse and worse, and it's going to continue to get worse. I advise everybody to buy banned books. Knowledge is power. And you should be buying books in general. Like, why aren't you buying books? You want to argue and talk about this, but you haven't read anything other than an Instagram or Twitter
Y'all niggas
article.
can't even read. Y'all can't read for real. Like, for real, y'all motherfuckers cannot read or comprehend.
I've seen it on the internet. Y'all cannot read. And I will say, I tried to write the last time that I was journaling, and I challenge everybody for this.
To write in cursive?
The whole page.
I can't
because
write.
I never learned how to write in cursive, so I know I can't do it.
So
you never learned how to write in cursive?
My family taught me, but like it was never forced. So like you know, the skill just goes away after not using it. Nobody uses cursive. Who uses cursive? I can read it.
So when I write in general, my letters go in and out between regular and cursive, just in general when I write.
She's one of them. She's one of those people.
I mean, I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure you'll tell me.
I'm neurospicy.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
Okay. So I guess I'm neurospicy. So when I write...
I don't think that's what that is, though. Going.
I'm like, okay. So when I write, it goes like just regular into cursive depending on the letters. So I was like, let me write an entire page in cursive. Like the way my brain, like I had to physically like think, it took me forever, but I did it. Like challenge yourself more. Do the hard things. Read a book. Buy a banned book. Go look up the most recent. Look up banned children's books, teens books, and then adult books. You'd be surprised by the books that we grew up reading. Like Brown Bear being a banned book is crazy. That is crazy, and I would be buying it.
I'm mad at Captain Underpants, but I get it. It's
for my niece or nephew.
It's a grown-ass man in underwear. But he's a superhero.
Captain Underpants?
Yeah.
Captain Underpants was fire.
There was Captain Underpants.
It's fucking amazing.
There was Captain Underpants, and then there was Super Diaper Baby.
Yes.
Which was like another comic, and that one also got taken out too.
Captain Underpants was the principal.
He was the principal, yeah. And
that they hypnotized.
Yeah. He would turn into a superhero.
And do you know why he was in his underpants? It's not that he wanted to be. It's you were so mean. Wouldn't it be cool if he was in his underpants and had a cape on and saved the day? The kids created him because they didn't like him.
Yeah.
So again, us being adults and thinking of it in an adult brain, which is why I said careful how you censor your children because they don't think the same way.
And that's why
we go so negative so fast because we know how the world is. But kids are innocent.
One of the points I wanted to make, you said knowledge is power. I think the whole crux of censorship is that everybody doesn't need to have power, right?
Correct. Or knowledge.
To take away that power, we have to censor the knowledge that they're gaining. And that's just how you control a civilization. That's how you keep order.
It's like, do you tell
we
everybody...
talked about this in the last one.
Should everybody know that aliens are real? Like,
yes.
What would happen? That's the thing.
Just kidding, no.
The crazy thing about that... is that they've been releasing all these things and nobody's just like...
Nobody believes it.
Nobody believes it.
They came out with AI.
That is the smartest shit ever. Because if all of that stuff is real, right? I don't even believe it.
Bro, I just watched a lady on Real Housewives, which I'm not watching it again after this because they're all racist as fuck. But Real Housewives...
On this particular housewife?
Yes, Real Housewives of Rhode Island. All those girls got caught out for liking racist, homophobic
Because I know
tweets.
you like the other shows.
Real Housewives of Rhode Island, I was sat down watching it laughing because they were all a train wreck. They will not get another season up out of me. However, one of the women there was being cheated on by her husband. Every single response was, that's AI, that's AI. She fabricated the photos. She fabricated the dates and times. You could do that with AI now. It's all AI, it's AI, it's AI, it's AI. So now I feel like them dropping AI at the same and flooding us with all these hyper-realistic videos. You cannot get on YouTube now and watch a video without seeing 500 AI auto infomercials where their mouths don't match. Like, it's just a thing. So you guys flooded everything with this, and then you're dropping, oh, by the way, we found these aliens And by the way, Trump is standing with an alien. And by the way,
I don't think anybody will believe it
nobody
until we get a real video.
We had real videos. We had drones in Miami
they gotta
2 years ago.
They got to do disclosure they did. They got to do what they did in
there
disclosure.
Was a man there was a man who found a giant that went missing on social media. Like because
it was just him. Nobody believes it. I need video of the government excavating an alien body out of a spaceship, and that shit look really.
So you believe it?
I believe it. I don't know what to do with it, but I believe it. What's wrong with believing it?
Nothing.
We're ignorant if we think we're the only people out here. So this is my thing. In the entire universe, you think we're the only planet that's working?
No, but I don't think anybody could visit us where they're at.
Oh, okay. I think they can. I think
I think he's talking about it because he said if they do, we're screwed.
We're fucked. It's automatically we're fucked. Like,
but you're assuming. I don't think aliens would be on some we gonna kill these niggas.
I feel like
it doesn't. You don't have to be. I don't look at an anthill. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you today. It's just nigga, you know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like they're looking at us like, yeah, give them another 200 years. They'll do the work for us.
But if I feel like it though, I could. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wouldn't mean nothing.
But that's a scare. Like that's
so imagine having a power that's like, I don't have to,
but we do.
If I
As
feel like
people, we have it. You could walk up to me right now and punch me in my face. You have that power. Are you gonna do it? You could right now.
I mean, an entire civilization, though.
What's the difference?
Planet.
You could go somewhere and do whatever you want to do.
An entire planet.
People do it.
I can understand one nigga doing it. Okay, cool. I might have a chance. An entire planet?
You're not utilizing your free will.
Oh, no, I am. That's what I'm saying.
However,
that's exactly what I'm doing.
You're not utilizing your free will because you can do whatever you want. To all the points that you're making, you could do it. What's stopping you from doing those things?
I can't destroy the world, but...
You could if you wanted to. You could try. You could go make a bomb and blow everything up. You could if you wanted to. You could put bombs over every single state and boom. You could do it if you really wanted to.
We're not going to do this, by the way, but, these are all hypothetical.
You're not utilizing your free will. The same thing you're saying that they could do, you could do. You're just not doing it.
I don't know. Them niggas.
You're just not doing it.
If you telling me they came from galaxies away like it ain't shit.
All I'm saying is, who cares?
Can of worms.
You give me the information.
That's a whole different level of power, just in general. Like they can do shit I couldn't even fathom.
But who cares? You still got to go to work. Rent is still due. Like my mom's like, I can't wait for the aliens. For what? You still got to go to work. Like until
she can't wait for what?
The aliens. I'm like, why? What's gonna happen? Your day today is not going to change. They've been soft launching aliens for the last 3 years.
Soft launch.
Like I said, my thing about aliens is
who cares?
Is it the day after tomorrow, or what's the movie?
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. Everybody has their own interpretation of aliens. I go to War of the Worlds where that is a hellscape of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want a
So when that comes, then I react. But right now, telling me that you got 1 or 2 in Roswell, New Mexico. Okay, what am I supposed to do with that?
Shout out Roswell.
That's like you telling me.
I fuck with Roswell. Roswell's a great fucking city. Y'all should, if you're able to go to New Mexico, go to Roswell. It's awesome.
And if you can't afford that, there's Roswell here in Georgia as well. Anyways, I feel like it's similar to the zombies that have been spotted.
I can't wait for them. I could do it.
But that's my thing. Like, what kind? Like, I can't do any. Like, I'm so.
No DayZ, please.
I'm so overwhelmed with information.
They're the worst ones for real.
I just feel like who cares?
Them athletes and shit, ain't they?
Yeah. I don't know.
Who cares? Like, we can't do. And
truth is, if any of this stuff was real, it would all get censored.
Because I had to dig real deep. Somebody called me and was like,
"Dig deep? You dig deep for some zombies?"
Yes, because somebody was like, did you see the zombies in Seattle? And I was like, what are you talking about?
In Seattle?
Yes.
In Portland too.
I thought they were talking about like all the drug addicts that were like sleeping on the side of the street.
That video?
They had big holes in their arm. She said when she was there, it looked crazy. She's like, you can literally see their bones from like their stuff. She was like, I would never move there. I was like,
hell,
that's
you can
crazy.
walk down the street, you'll see that shit.
That's what she was telling me. Here? I've never seen that here.
Oh, you can see it right here on this.
Hole in their arm, and I could see their bone.
You remember that convenience store? That's the convenience store right here.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, buddy, gonna be in a wheelchair.
Never seen that. Anyways,
I'll put him.
What I'm saying is, with all that information, yes, they're censoring it from us. Yes, they're hiding it. We have to dig deep to find it. But then, when you dig deep, what are you going to do?
A damn thing.
Nothing.
A damn.
Nothing. There's nothing.
Because it's not an issue
until we still got rent to pay.
Exactly. It's not an issue until.
We do got rent to pay.
So censorship sucks. It shouldn't be happening. It should not happen the way that it is happening. I feel like we should all be able to utilize our free will and determine what we want and go from there. Outside of that, use your discernment, figure out what's worth your time, what's not. go watch, what is it, Fahrenheit 451 with
the book?
Yes, but then there's a movie with the fine man with Michael B. Jordan. And what? He's a handsome man. So watch the movie, read the books, go buy some damn books, and educate yourself. Because censorship is all around us. And when you see something, maybe don't just go with your immediate reaction. Maybe look into it and see if it's real or not.
Always look into it. Don't
just
even,
do a little
always research.
Try to
always
fact check
research.
it.
Y'all niggas still, like I said, y'all can't fucking read.
And if it's too hard, it might be hidden because,
crazy.
But like I was saying with the zombies, I had to really dig deep, and then I found all the videos because of censorship. So when I say too hard, if it takes more than 10 minutes, keep going. Keep going. Think about if you didn't do this back in the day, you had to find 2 different sources on 2 different places. That's 2 different news articles that don't have the same opinions. And then you had to find somebody that did not agree. So if you find 2 different sources and they agree, now you got to look for one that doesn't agree and figure out why. Get 3. And then we'll bring back critical thinking. So
people, there's a lot of censorship going on. Do your research. Get you a book, newspaper article, read online. Check your sources, do everything you got to do. It will get worse in the future. AI is coming. So get ready. You know
AI's here.
And this is The Bridge. We'll holler at y'all next week or 2. You know what it is. So, peace.
Bye.